I'm about to tell you why most people miss every opportunity that could change their life. And it has nothing to do with bad timing or bad luck. 3 years ago, someone handed me $1 million opportunity on a silver platter, and I watched it disappear. Not because I said no, but because I wasn't ready to say yes. Here's the thing, nobody tells you. Your big break is probably coming this year, maybe this month. But here's the question that should terrify you. When that door opens, will you even recognize it? And if you do, will you be ready to walk through? Because ancient wisdom discovered something 2,000 years ago that most people still don't understand. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what that is. The truth about lucky people. You know that person who got lucky? They landed the dream job, started the successful business, met the perfect partner at a coffee shop, and you think, right place, right time. But here's what nobody tells you. Success isn't luck, and it isn't just hard work either. Success happens at the intersection of preparation and chance. You can't control when your lucky break comes. That's chance. But you can control whether you're ready when it does. That's preparation. And ancient wisdom, from Buddha to the Bible, discovered this exact principle over 2,000 years ago. I'll show you exactly how this intersection works and how to position yourself right at that meeting point. Because the real question isn't, when will my opportunity come? It's, when it arrives, will I be ready to meet it? The secret fishermen know that you don't. I read something recently that stopped me cold. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they repair nets. When storms keep them trapped on shore, smart fishermen don't just scroll their phones or complain about the weather. They work. They mend nets. They sharpen hooks. They prepare their boats. Why? Because they understand something profound about that intersection. The two forces you must master. The fisherman can't control the sea, that's chance. He can't command storms to stop, can't force the winds to blow favorably. That part is beyond him. But his nets, his tools, his skills, that's preparation. And it's entirely in his control. Success only happens when these two meet. You need the storm to clear, that is chance. But you also need nets that are ready, that is preparation. One without the other, you're going nowhere. Buddha taught this 25,000 years ago in the concept of right effort. He said, by sustained effort, earnestness, and self-control, the wise person can make for themselves an island, which no flood can overwhelm. That island? That's your preparation. The flood you can't control. That's chance. The fog that changed history. The date was August 29th, 1776. George Washington and his army are cornered in Brooklyn, trapped between the East River and the advancing British troops. A devastating defeat seems inevitable. This is just weeks after the Declaration of Independence. If the Americans lose here, the war and the dream of a new nation likely dies with them. Then, rain starts falling. It slows the British advance, buying time. And Washington doesn't waste a single second. Under cover of darkness, he begins a silent evacuation. Oars wrapped in cloth, fires left burning to deceive the enemy. Every movement calculated and quiet. But by dawn, Washington and a few troops still haven't crossed. They're about to be captured. And then, a thick fog rolls in. When preparation meets chance, that was chance, completely unpredictable, beyond anyone's control. But the evacuation plan? The raptors, the deceptive fires, the discipline of the troops. That was preparation, what Washington could control. Do you see the intersection? The fog alone wouldn't have saved them if they'd been sitting around waiting. And all the preparation in the world wouldn't have mattered without that fog. But when preparation met chance, they escaped. They lived to fight another day. And America was born. Confucius understood this. He wrote, "The superior person, when resting in safety, does not forget that danger may come. When secure, they do not forget the possibility of ruin." In other words, prepare in good times for the challenges and opportunities ahead, where every breakthrough actually happens. Let me make this crystal clear. Think of chance as a door opening. Think of preparation as being ready to walk through it. That investor might call out of the blue. That job posting might appear on Tuesday. That life-changing person might sit next to you on a plane. You don't control the timing, that's chance. But you do control whether you have a polished pitch when that investor calls, whether your skills match the job when it appears, whether you're someone worth staying in touch with on that plane. That's preparation. Why you need both, not just one. Louis Pasteur said, "Chance favors only the prepared mind." Notice he didn't say, "Hard work alone guarantees success." He said, "Chance favors the prepared." You need both. The person who only prepares but never puts themselves out there, stuck. The person who only chases opportunities without preparing, watches them slip away. But the person who prepares and stays open to chance, that person is unstoppable. The door that opened when I wasn't ready. Let me tell you about a moment that taught me this lesson the hard way. About 6 years ago, I was working a job I hated. Every day felt like I was underwater. And I kept telling myself, when the right opportunity comes, then I'll be ready. Then I'll make my move. One day, I'm at a conference I almost didn't attend. I end up talking to someone during a coffee break. Casual conversation, nothing special. Until they say, "We're actually looking for someone with your background. Send me your portfolio this week." The portfolio that didn't exist. My portfolio. The portfolio I'd been meaning to update for 2 years. The one that still had outdated work. The one I told myself I'd polish when I needed it. That was my fog moment. My favorable wind. My chance element rolling in. And I wasn't ready. I scrambled for 3 days, trying to put something together. It was mediocre at best, and I never heard back. That door opened, but I wasn't prepared to walk through it. It took me another year, a year of updating that portfolio, building new skills, actually preparing before another opportunity came. And when it did, I was ready. That's when I learned, you don't get to choose when the door opens. You only get to choose whether you're ready when it does. What this means for you today. So let's talk about your life. Maybe you're between jobs right now. You can't control when the perfect opening appears. That's chance. But you can control whether you're learning new skills, expanding your network, and refining your interview skills. That's preparation. When that job posting finally appears, will you be standing at the intersection? What ancient wisdom teaches about this? Maybe you want to start a business. You can't control market conditions or when capital becomes available, but you can use your evenings to research, build prototypes, and learn from people in that industry. The Bible teaches this in the parable of the 10 virgins. 5 were wise and brought extra oil for their lamps. 5 were foolish and didn't. When the bridegroom was delayed, Only the prepared were ready when he arrived. The message? Don't wait for your moment to prepare for your moment. Maybe you're working on yourself, your health, your relationships, your character. You can't control when the right person enters your life, but you can control the inner work you do now. The Bhagavad Gita teaches, you have a right to perform your prescribed duties, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. Focus on your preparation, your duty. Let the universe handle the chance element. Your one thing, do this today. Here's what I want you to do today. Think about what you're waiting for. That's your chance element, the thing you can't control. Now ask, what can I control? What's my preparation element? And then do one specific thing. Take one online course this week. Reach out to one person. In your desired field, spend 30 minutes today, updating your resume or portfolio. Read one chapter of that book you've been avoiding. Have one difficult conversation you've been postponing. Just one. Today. Not because it will force your lucky break to come, but because, when it does, and it will, you'll be standing at the intersection, ready to seize it. Leave a comment and tell me, what's the one thing you're going to do this week to prepare for your favorable wind? Be specific. Let's hold each other accountable. Share this with someone who's waiting for their moment. Help them understand that success lives where preparation meets chance. And subscribe for more ancient wisdom that actually works in your modern life. Remember what Buddha taught us about building your island, what Confucius said about preparing in times of safety, what the Bible showed us about the wise who brought extra oil, what Krishna taught about focusing on your duty. They all knew the same truth. The fisherman doesn't control the sea, that's chance. But he controls his nets, that's preparation. Your favorable wind is coming. When it arrives, will you be standing at the intersection?